Okay. Hi, Krista.
Hi.
Thanks for joining me on this call. I would wish we could do it in person, but we're not able to do that at this time. So I thank you for making the time to see me on Zoom here, and how has your week gone so far?
Yeah, it's been a really good week. Work has went smoothly. Right now I'm working for my uncle's business at his like gas station slash deli. So sometimes it can get really hectic in there, but this past week it was really great. So no crazy customers, no, you know, complaints. So that it's been really good.
We always want a drama-free week, right?
Amen.
Yeah, good. Good. So, yeah, I'm curious as to why you scheduled to see me today.
Yeah, so recently I've went through a lot of changes. So I was living in China a few months ago, pre-COVID, and since COVID hit, I've had to, move back to the States. I'm currently like living um, in my parents' house, sort of in limbo. And I recently also got engaged to someone I met in China.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we're doing this long distance thing right now because he lives in Alabama and I live in Kentucky.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, we're sort of trying to decide where we want to move to because we're getting married in a few months. And just like finding a place to live is so important, right? Um, so yeah, I guess that's why I come here today to um like decide where we move slash like maybe get peace about the situation.
Okay. So just so I'm hearing you correctly, you recently got engaged. Congratulations. That's always exciting.
Hmm.
Um, and you and what's your fiance's name?
Lance.
Lance. So you and Lance are coming up on a decision that you need to make, having just left China, um, whether to live in Kentucky or Alabama. Did I get those two states right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm curious how you think I can help you with this. What what kind of? Oh, you already said. I apologize. You said that you and just so you know, I'm going to be taking notes. It helps me as I process what you're saying and to help keep me on track. So just so you know that when I'm writing, I'm writing notes. It's not. It's to keep myself on track. So
Okay.
and you would like peace or to be able to come to a sense of peace for this decision that you guys need to make. Am I hearing you
Yes.
correctly?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. Um, so I wanted to just quickly tell you about the therapy that we use here. It's called cognitive behavioral therapy. Have you heard of that before?
I don't think so.
Okay. So what it is that the way you are thinking now is really a result of past experiences and how you have been working through things that you have things that have happened to you in your life, negatively and positively. But we're going to be um, focusing on the present. We're not really going to be focusing on what has happened in the past, but we do want to work through what is happening right now, and see if we can get you to this place of peace that you want to be at. Um, so are you feeling anxiety about making this decision?
Yeah, because it is a big decision and I sort of want to make the right decision. Um, because like, where you live affects so many things.
Sure, sure, yeah, absolutely. Um, at this stage, are you and Lance on the same page? In terms of like you haven't made a decision, but are you on the same page of needing to figure this out, or are you at odds with each other? Or
No, yeah, we're pretty much on the same page. We have
okay,
had a lot of discussions about it.
okay, okay. Well, that's good that you guys are working through this together. So that's a positive that you can already be taking away from this, right? You and your
Mm-hmm.
fiance are trying to work through this together, and it's already, you're not even married, but making a big decision. So I applaud you for, working through that. Um, can I ask you, did this anxiety about making this decision, did it kind of have a starting place?
Um, yeah, I guess whenever we found out that we weren't going to be able to go back to China, I knew that
Okay.
we would have to make a decision. We quickly got engaged, and we've just been engaged a very short time. But I know that once we get married, we're not going to be like living with our parents like in their houses. But we need to find our own place. So yeah, we just know logically that we have to make a decision.
Okay. So the anxiety started when you realized you could not go back to China because of the COVID, and that you
Hmm.
were going to need to stay here in the States for whatever amount of time.
Yeah,
And so they just kind of rose up in you, this anxiety about needing to make a decision kind of fast, it sounds like.
yeah. We're gonna get
Yeah.
married in August, which is like 3 months away.
Okay. Okay. So things are moving at a rapid pace, right?
Hmm.
And so that's,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's feeling kind of intense.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I may think about it for a long time.
Yeah. And if you weren't feeling anxiety about making this decision, what would you be doing? Does that question make sense?
Yeah. Well, I think my fiance and I's conversations would be different. We would probably be probably discussing more of like the wedding details instead of
Okay.
our life after. Um, and maybe just being more in the present.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds it sounds a little heavier, or it sounds almost like it's kind of taking over some of the excitement of the wedding itself, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I mean, we all want to be excited about our wedding day. However, the truth is that your life is not your wedding day. Your life will be your life, right? So
Mhm.
this is a really good opportunity for you, the two of you, to kind of be working through some things that will be happening on an ongoing basis in your married life, right? So um, while you would like to be excited about your wedding, the reality is that you have to be making decisions in the midst of an exciting time, right? So
Mhm.
that's very true to life, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, do you feel like at this stage one place is more advantageous than the other? Like, is there something better in Kentucky than there would be in Alabama? Or tell me something positive about Kentucky, moving to deciding to live in Kentucky.
One positive would be that I have a lot of family there. So, we're going to be struggling, with like a reentry, more because since, we just moved back to America. So I think having a strong support system would be like really good for us. And, like my whole family basically lives there. My extended family as well. So, that would be, really great and good for us to have that community.
And is there something advantageous about Alabama?
Well, for me, it's new. I've never lived in Alabama. I've just visited it a couple of times, to meet my fiance's family. Um, so yeah, it's just new, and that's attractive to me, to be able to sort of start over again. Um, you know, pick a job, pick a place together, as like a married couple at that point to like go to church and things like that. So that's really attractive to me, that it's new.
Yeah. So, as as believers who believe the things that Jesus said, we do know that place doesn't provide peace necessarily, right? So
Mm.
I think, whether you choose Alabama or Kentucky, it's not so much that either one of those will provide more peace. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Um, so there's this sense that let me ask it this way. Do you think that if you choose Kentucky or Alabama, one place will provide more peace than the other?
Now that I think about it, no. I think just bring up the fact that, God provides peace. Um, I mean, that's just very true. So I know both places, whichever place we decide to go, we can create our own peace, by, loving the Lord, following after him, and, just, doing what, we think is right and things like that. So, yeah, I think both places I can thrive. I can join the community and, um, join different things.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like honestly, you're already thinking positively of either one, whether it is Kentucky or Alabama, that you will get into this new community. I mean, it's what you were doing in China. Sounds like you will probably do the same thing here. Wherever you are actually at, that's where you're going to make your life, and that's a really positive take on something like this, right? That. So you've already done it once.
Hmm.
So that
Hmm.
tells me that you've worked through some of these steps, you've worked through some of the the challenges of being in a new place, and you're resilient in that way, and you'll do it again, whether it is Alabama or Kentucky, and wherever you choose, there will be family. So that's a bonus. You've been halfway around the world, for quite a number of years, and um, yeah, you'll do it again, and it sounds like you will thrive because you're already thinking that way. Um, I mean, I can't tell you where to live. That's not my job as a counselor,
Hmm.
because I'm not going to be living with that decision. You and your husband will be living with, when you get married, you and your then husband will be living with that decision. So I'm not going to tell you where to move.
Hmm.
However, I think you've already, come to some of your own conclusions as far as what really is going to bring you peace. And again, like I said before, place doesn't equal peace. It's the Lord who brings peace, right? And um, I think you've already been working through that. It sounds like in your own mind.
Yeah.
Would you agree? Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah. When I first came in the session, I think, I was a little confused, um, about about some things. And like I said earlier, you put it in perspective for me about having peace wherever I go. Peace is not a place. Peace, is a person, and that's, Jesus.
Yeah.
And my husband and I can, listen to the Holy Spirit anywhere we go, and, just follow Jesus anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's really it. And, at the beginning of the session, we did talk about that your goal was to find peace. And I think we've kind of actually arrived there. Um, Maybe it's not like a fully peaceful because you still have yet to actually make the decision.
Hmm.
But I think that you have come to a place. Um, I'm going to summarize, and you tell me if I'm saying this accurately. That you've come to a place where no matter where you end up, Alabama or Kentucky, that you will have peace because you will have made that decision together with Lance, and that you came to the conclusion, or you remembered that peace is a person, not a place, right?
Mhm.
And Christ will give you peace because that's what he promises to do, regardless of where we are, right? So,
Yeah.
um, has this been helpful for you today?
Yeah. I think you asked me a lot of really great questions, thought provoking questions. Um, and yeah, I can't wait to share, everything we've talked about to my fiance so we can have, more lengthy conversations and weigh the pros and cons of actually where we want to go. But at the end of the day, we know that there's going to be peace.
Yeah, and if you want to come in together with him, like I would be more than happy to have a session with the two of you together if you feel like there's some things that he might want to ask or, think about and work through. And if you want to do that together, I'd be more than happy to set up a session with the two of you. It'd be my pleasure to do that.
Okay. Thanks, Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, our time is nearly up. And yeah, thanks again for meeting me on Zoom. I do hope to meet you in person one day. That would be lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about, Krista?
No. I do want to say that you have a great haircut.
Uh, thank you. Looks like you're halfway there. So
Yeah.
take the next step. Take the next step. Find yourself a good barber and take the next step.
I gotcha. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks. It was nice to meet you.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye.